All right, so here he is, DC, the former UFC welterweight champion. They call him Ruthless Robbie Lawler. And I know when it comes to the power threats on this UFC roster, you think this is as powerful a striker as we have in the UFC.
Yes, he is. He's one of those guys that can shut your lights out in no time. And when you talk about fitting nicknames, Ruthless is as fitting as anyone in the entire organization. When I think about the ruthlessness of Robbie Lawler, I think to the Rory McDonald fight, where Rory had taken such a beating that he just fell down and goes, enough. This is absolutely crazy that I would try to stand and fight this man anymore. Robbie Lawler is a guy that has no quit. He will take it to the edge of whatever you can accomplish physically and push you past it. And he did it that night against Rory McDonald.
He's got a canyon-sized hole in his lip, and he is totally unfazed, right?
Still
a toughness that even a lot of UFC fighters maybe can't even relate to. Good to see Ruthless Robbie Lawler back, and hopefully in fine form here tonight. All right, so here's the former UFC welterweight champion, the chosen one, Tyron Woodley. 4 successful title defenses as well for Woodley. Power right hand, outstanding wrestling chops, and really a strategist when it comes to the matchup and how best to approach it.
In everything, in every facet of life, Tyron Woodley is a strategist. He finds the best approach for him, and he makes it work. And it's shown in his ability to be in big fights, in big events, a guy that can win fights in a number of ways. We spend a lot of time talking about Tyron Woodley and his wrestling ability, but he doesn't use it that much because he has a right hand that can put anybody to sleep in the drop of a dime.
Just don't tell him he was the underdog against Darren Till back in the day. He doesn't like that narrative.
That was a crazy, crazy night down in Dallas.
Our tail of the tape for this highly anticipated welterweight fight. Both fighters identical in age. Lawler is 2 inches taller, same numbers on reach. All right, now for the official introductions, we go inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a kickboxer holding a professional record of 29 wins, 16 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, Ruthless Robbie Lawler! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 19 wins, 7 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, USA, Tyron, the chosen one, Woodley. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata.
So Dan Mergliata shares the cage. You ready? All right, here we go. 2 former UFC welterweight champions as round 1 gets underway. Robbie Lawler versus Tyron Woodley. Lawler still getting it done, man. 20 years now as a pro in MMA.
Robbie Lawler is one of the toughest, most durable, most skilled guys the UFC has ever seen, and he continues to show that every time he steps foot on the octagon.
And they separate. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman. Oh, nice right hand.
You wonder if the offensive fighter's going to start to get frustrated here. Most, if not all, of these shots are getting blocked.
They're getting blocked because he's fighting one of the best defensive fighters in the UFC. Ooh, big shot lands.
Right hand upstairs. All right, he engages in a single collar tie here. Well, T. Wood's been waiting for an opportunity to set up that right hand and set it up beautifully there.
A-plus athlete is Tyron Woodley. He can explode into you at such a high pace that before you can respond, you could be staring up at the lights.
Just misses with the right. All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie.
Oh, hurt him. big leg kick lands.
And he landed the right hand there. Takedown defense holds up. And they separate.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
So just over 20 total strikes have now landed for Robbie Lawler. Right on the button. Lawler gets in the clinch yet again. Woodley's strike attempt there is blocked. Oh, misses with the jab. Woodley gets caught by that straight hand.
Another clinch position. Left hand punch from the clinch.
60 seconds now to go in the fight.
That's a big strike right there. Oh, nice. Nice.
And he caught the kick. We'll see what he can do. All right, so he catches the kick there and beautifully counters with the takedown. So a nice job turning that defense into some immediate offense there.
He did a great job of turning his defense into his offense, but you can see that he's done that time and time again. He drilled that exact action, and it worked in this instance.
Oh, nice job using his strength there to posture up. We'll see what he can do now.
He's going to start looking to land big shots from the top.
All right, no telestrator for DC tonight, but we'll get you some replays. And if you like face punching, that was a good round.
Yeah, where's my telestrator, man? I want to draw this action. But yeah, John, you're right. It was the striking, it was the punches that really did allow him to take control of this round.
Round two is upon us. Your thoughts on round one, champ?
Round one was a very close round. Both guys had their moments, but nobody has really went out ahead in the race as we go into the second round.
And they separate. Again, he's looking for that left. It's not there. Oh, spinning back fist. He didn't telegraph that one at all. Whoa!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Now goes in and secures the takedown. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Oh, big combination of ground and pound strikes here, DC. This could be the beginning of the end.
I mean, you got to be very careful when you take these big ground and pound strikes. You need a controlled posture on the bottom, and if you're the top guy, the guy that's looking to finish, continue to gain posture and rain down big strikes on your opponent.
Bottom fighter trying to control posture, unable to do so.
And now he's in a lot of danger. He's got to grab that head or he's going to get blasted.
All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Crazy accuracy and efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here, and if you're the opponent, you got to intelligently defend or the referee's going to stop it.
You got to defend, but you can see him now starting to gain posture, and the intensity at which he's throwing these ground strikes is starting to improve. It's starting to elevate because he knows that he can get the finish.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch.
He jumps on a headlock. We call this in wrestling just a headlock, and if you're not careful, you can get stuck in an arm triangle.
Watch triangle, watch triangle. There he is, he's moving to the finishing position. Now watch, he goes parallel right next to his opponent.
And this might just be a matter of time. Wow. All right, side control now, DC. When you get side control in a fight, what are you looking at?
When I get to the side control in the fight, and I believe this young man should do the same thing, it's secure first. Grab everything in tight. Make sure your elbows are in. Make sure you've got something locked in so your opponent doesn't just squirm away. Punch short punches, but try to make the opponent make a choice. Either he turns back into you, you take your front headlock, or he turns in the opposite direction, you throw your hook in, and you start looking to get a choke off.
Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. And that's the end of round number 2. All right, so there is the horn. At times in that previous round, I didn't think we'd get here after that head kick nearly had him out of there.
It was a good round leading up to that. But when you take a head kick like that, when your opponent gets your entire body into that kick, usually the night's over. Very tough to still be standing, but he can't take many more like that.
All right, so another round is now underway. Pretty good action over the previous 10 minutes. Your thoughts on what we might see here?
Both of the guys really picking up on the action, putting their foot on the gas, and really starting to drive it home as we approach the end of the fight, and we're still so evenly matched as the fight has been so close to this point.
Well, he's been pretty accurate tonight. He's landed some significant strikes, but his corner's looking for him to mix it up a little bit more and just throw more volume.
Because they don't see too much of a threat. This guy has to have confidence in knowing that when he extends his combinations, he's still safe, but he's also going to be able to land. He's got to be finding that confidence in his mind that all the reps in the training room are going to pay off.
So we call on the fight stats here. 56 total strikes have landed for Tyron Woodley, and landing with 45% accuracy tonight against Robbie Lawler.
Great punch landed with so much power. He landed it perfectly. Perfect placement, perfect position. What a huge blow in a big moment in this fight.
So fighter a little bit stunned, holding on to him now, not doing a ton, just looking to recover. Oh!
Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Oh, he might be out. Now goes in and secures the takedown. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. All right, so he postures up here and now figures to rain down some ground strikes.
Yeah, the ground and pound will be aplenty from this position.
All right, under 2 minutes now to decide this one. Lawler's lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling. Well, he's up, but he is hurting for certain. The finish could come at any time. And now he engages in a Muay Thai clinch, and I think a lot of people watching wonder how you can control an opponent like that. Hard to get out of.
It's very difficult to get out of. Look and notice how tight his elbows are as he's maneuvering and moving his opponent into positions where he can get off the strikes.
Just missed with the left there. 45 seconds remain in the round.
He's hurt bad.
They go the 15-minute distance. What a fight! All right, so a close fight goes the distance here tonight. DC, I know you're not a judge, but any lean to one fighter or the other?
I mean, when I watched the fight, I believe that he did enough. But when these fights are this close, it's razor thin. You don't know what the judges are seeing. I think he did enough. I think it was the striking advantage that he showed that should get him the victory, but we shall see.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge 1 scores the contest, 29-28, Lawler. Judge 2 scores it, 9-28, Woodley. And Judge 3 scores it, 9-28. For the winner by split decision, Tyron, the chosen one, Woodley.
All right, so the judges have rendered their decision, and 2 of the 3 of them had it for him. So he gets it done by split decision tonight. You've been involved in some of those. Nothing easy standing there waiting for the judges to render their
John,
score.
it is the worst feeling in the world, not knowing if you did enough, right? Or not knowing what the judges were watching. So I know exactly what these guys are feeling as they walk to the center. You got your fingers crossed, you got your toes crossed, you got everything crossed, hoping that two judges saw it your way.